Good? We might be good. So today I'm watching the trailer for the Talos Principle 2, and we're gonna rewatch the story for the Talos Principle 1, a game that I played and completed. You can see this is like my playlist right here with the full game. Not the full achievement, just the full game. I checked if I could go back to go the full achievement, but reinstalling the game on Epic, it didn't give me the option because I had in the meanwhile I formatted my PC. But I wanna rewatch the story because when the second game releases, I know what's going on. And if I end up playing it, I hope so. And the story was pretty complex and was a pretty cool story, so I wanna rewatch it. First of all, we're gonna watch the trailer. And this is a gameplay trailer. Let's go. From Devolver Digital and Crow Team. So this is probably part of the game world. So we're watching the trailer, but keep in mind, look, this is already a puzzle. Like this, you're gonna probably play inside this little arena right here. That is kind of cool. And yeah, mm, so giant puzzle. Like already just looking at the trailer right here, you see like I'm kind of hyped for this game because you have an arena with like a really cool scenery on the background, and like it looks like they are holding the puzzle there, but then you have the guy on the background there with another hand like that.
But notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. I can't help but notice that many of these structures...
This is like a part of another puzzle. It looks like the attention to the lighting, it's pretty cool, the reflection and stuff like that. Look at this, just in like a brief minute, you're gonna see so many cool things. Like this is like a puzzle back there, probably a door. They kind of changed something. The story really well narrated. This is like another puzzle right here. Also, like not just scenery, but look at this.
There's a sense of aesthetics.
For the story, I'm not gonna stop that much.
This place might be meant to test.
So they kinda rework the gates and the level. They have like a fresh aesthetic,
but perhaps there's more to it.
And other robots wandering around. I don't know. This is probably another level or like a hub for levels. But knowing the whole game, like there are many possibilities. You still have some kind of portal gun, the old portal system, and those things that they were like really
what are we being tested
cool
for?
in making cool puzzle. That was like, I don't know if it was like a window or a mirror.
Curiosity.
With swatting particle platform.
Persistence.
A gun that does something, makes a bridge, moves something.
I keep thinking.
Gravity changes.
Why puzzles?
I kind of remember doing this puzzle my playthrough. Like you had to put a thing on top of the cube and then move it up. It didn't have the portal, so I kind of know that this is cool. But then you have other holes on the roof. Maybe those are part of other different thing of the same area. Maybe I don't know.
Is it just this
is gonna be part. Some sort of like fast travel. Now there is like a Stargate looking thingy with like different dots right here. Like maybe just aesthetic, but maybe like you have like something that it's not fully explained right here. Because like this guy like telling you that this is the level.
The thing about puzzles.
This still scenery, maybe, or maybe you can climb here, maybe, I don't know. So many possibilities.
They can be solved.
So I'm kind of hyped. This is like the whole trailer. There you go. So what we are watching today, so that you can watch my full playlist right here. I'm gonna link later. This is gonna be at the end of this playlist. I'm gonna watch this guy, BHD Gaming, that made like a summarize. I mean, he put together all of the part of the story. This game has multiple endings, so big spoiler if you don't want to watch those right away. If you want to play yourself, just heads up. Don't watch till the end. because it's gonna contain spoilers. If you wanna watch the full game, you can watch the player. If you wanna play yourself, buy the first game. But if you wanna play the first game and then you are stuck in the puzzle solving, you could probably watch my playlist as well. But not all of the puzzles are solved. I didn't complete the achievements. But yeah, the game starts like this. Let's go. So thank you for this guy for putting all of the things together in one unique video. So it's loading. This is where you start the first game.
Behold,
I think it's a
child,
level.
you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden.
It's basically like
Hear now
representing
my
God.
voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy. All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome.
Child program logic.
And
check
within each,
success.
I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek
Child
these sigils,
restriction. So
for
it's
thus
like
you will serve
robot,
the generations to come
but it's called in
and
like
attain
child.
eternal life.
And out
You
of level
walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
through the cathedral.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die. Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your
When you get
choices
the
must
first
be
pieces.
your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
That's when you learn
When I
about
was
like
a little girl,
making copies.
one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now, bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
So they are referring to this place as like an archive, not like they have
You have
memories.
proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall
human
be
actions
forever
or
open to
something.
you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
And you see the towers, you see the other levels.
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown.
Project lead
Our mythologies
of
are
an
full of riddles
institute
and
of,
mysteries and divine knowledge.
of AI something.
Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Where have you been, child? Remember, The Great Tower is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity. These worlds, and we within them, are made of words. Hidden words, invisible to you, yet part of all things. We are a story. Your actions give life to the story, and the story gives meaning to your life. Behold, I am Elohim, and I speak unto the darkness, be gone. Excess data cleared.
The answer that came to me again and again
Look like
was play.
two
Every human society in recorded
personalities.
history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers. I was in school when I first read about the Talos principle. I think it disturbed me at the time, made me hyper-aware of my body as a physical object, the material reality of the brain, ideas that made me uncomfortable at first, but I think in the long run, it helped me understand how frail human beings are, and how precious. It's not a comforting way of thinking about the world, but I'd rather face the truth than lie to myself. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared.
So this is the
I
full
realized
story of
that
Alexandra.
I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
A new land stands before you, my child.
Then where you unlock more
And know
levels.
that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part. I have promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time. Cease! In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
So you have ghosts of the past wandering around the world.
I see all. I know all. My power knows no bounds.
Game world.
And yet your will is free because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities, silent roads stretching for miles, the Earth from space, all dark.
This is where you have the
Not
moon
a single
puzzle.
light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the Earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
Do not think I know not a deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Keep looking at the libraries.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember. My best friend died today. In the abstract, a human death is nothing, of course. An insignificant blip in a sea of billions. But the world is not abstract. Reality is always specific. Painfully so. And that one specific human being who existed only once in all of the infinity of time and space, that human being was my friend. But he's not coming back, no matter how much I want him to. So, all I can do in the end is keep working, because that specificity, that uniqueness of people, of real people, is worth preserving.
There we go.
You have solved many of the mysteries of this land. The road before you is still long and many gates remain closed.
Oh, this
But
is,
take
the
comfort
island.
in your accomplishment and in your creator's pride.
Don't fully remember.
When you overcome one of my trials, do you not feel the pleasure of having discovered the proper order of things? That is the spark of Elohim within you, to create order from chaos. And therein is revealed the true meaning of our sigils.
On the first night, when I knew it was over, I went out to look at the stars. And I thought, somewhere up there are the stations we built, and the probes we sent out. Voyager 1 and 2, beyond the edge of our solar system, continuing their long journey through interstellar space, like memories of our ambition, ambassadors who have outlived their homeland. And then I thought, if they still exist, are we really gone?
So is it there's like
If
a
machines are an
story?
extension of the human body, then so long as they continue to function, we're still here. How do you solve a problem that extends beyond your own lifespan? That question may be the essence of civilization. The only answer I can find is to initiate a process, to create an environment in which the solution will occur independently of yourself. But that requires a difficult sacrifice. Letting go of your desire to bear witness, to exist at the center of the cosmos. To participate in the project of civilization is to accept death. Oh, Alex, you're such a fun person.
Alex.
The land of tombs is yours now. And let this be a lesson that only through faith may death be conquered. You
When
have
you
come
complete
far,
the
my
first
child,
whole puzzle.
succeeding where so many before you failed. You have walked through a land of ruins and a land of death. Now
lands.
the land of faith lies before you.
Ruins, death.
And know that as you have shown faith in me, so do I have faith in you.
Catrida. Oh, this is the island.
Chaos is that which existed before time. When the words of a story lose their meaning, when actions cease to have purpose. Know that only faith can protect you from this peril. Here, in the Garden of Worlds.
Sometimes I think about the Middle Ages, about what it must have been like to live in the ruins of a great civilization, to know that so much has been lost. But then I remind myself that while the West sank into darkness, others picked up the pieces. That civilization always survived because the great insights of philosophy and science are not bound to any one culture or people. They belong to all of us, and one day they'll belong to you.
Before the Age of Chaos, there were other gods. Old gods. But for all their power, they could not save their world. Thus, I was made. And I shall preserve this world forever, for you and your generations. That is my purpose.
Sometimes I worry that the answers I embrace are too simple. Can we ever truly fully understand the divide
It
between
feels
our
like they have to
biology and our
solve a
intellect?
problem
How
that
much
they
is
can't
nature?
solve.
How much is nurture?
It takes
If my
more than the
intellectual
human lifespan
capabilities
to solve.
and my knowledge were replicated in a machine,
So they created
would
the
that machine
archive.
be me? Would it be human? And what would be more humbling to my ego? If the answer was yes, or if the answer was no? What if I'm making too many assumptions? But there's no time to worry about my ego now. There's work to be done.
Many ages have passed since the first words were spoken in the darkness. Initiate program. Generations of your kind have come and gone since those words. The garden has changed many times. But I remember. I remain. Only within me can you find immortality.
When the scale of it all overwhelms me, this is what I tell myself. We can calculate the age of the Earth, the size of the universe, the future of the stars. Sure, we are minuscule, momentary flashes of thought on a grain of sand drifting through the cosmos. But our minds can recreate the past and predict the future. On, say, Friday, 1,000,000 years from now, we'll all be dead. But right now, we know what the night sky will look like on that day. And so, in a way, we're not entirely bound by time. Knowledge is a kind of freedom. This is all ego, isn't it? Recording these random thoughts, these letters to the future. Just a desperate grab for immortality. But you should know, yes, this was my idea, my project. But so many people helped. People I don't even know. People I haven't even met who can do things I don't even begin to understand. That if we succeeded, if someone's listening to this, I really can't take credit for it. What we achieved together. And if we failed, well, it doesn't matter.
You stand before the gates of eternity.
There you go.
When all your trials have been overcome, the gates will open, and you will be granted life everlasting. Those who have discovered the holiest mysteries of my garden may come to serve me as blessed messengers. You walk now in their abode. Be respectful, for their service is born from the love that transcends death. And their love is for you also.
I look at this inert shape and I wonder who you're gonna be. Will you hold the same values as we do? Will you love us for having created you? Will you resent us for having put you into an uncertain and dangerous world? Looking back at our history, our achievements, our crimes, what will you make of us? Will the world you create be like ours, or so different that we can't even imagine it? Either way, I hope that you'll find this little blue planet to be as beautiful as we did. I hope you'll take care of it a lot better than we did. And I hope one day you'll look up and reach for the stars. If you're looking through the archive, you may find people from my time claiming that civilization doesn't really matter, that we'd be better off dead. We have a lot of cynics like that. I hope they seem as absurd to you as they do to me. I hope you can find something in all those files, a song, a book, a movie, maybe a game, just something that you'll love, that makes you realize how much poorer the universe would have been without it. I really hope so, because
But if I remember
a lot
well,
of
we
people
didn't
made a
really
lot
find
of
anything like that in
sacrifices
the
to preserve it
archive.
all. Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition
Like
of the
recording
atmosphere
other
itself,
people.
has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades, with the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex.
And so it is done. You have overcome each trial that I set before you. You have shown faith and wisdom and perseverance. Therefore I judge you worthy, and I say unto you, come to the gates of eternity, where you shall be granted everlasting life.
I don't know what that is, I don't remember. Played this 3 years ago.
Come forward, child. Eternity awaits.
Might be one of the endings, maybe? Yeah.
Rejoice, my child, as you leave this world behind. For all that you accomplished shall be passed on to your generations.
And that's the first
In this
ending.
land they shall thrive, and you shall be remembered as the beloved servant of Elohim. And so
Independence
death
checks
shall
failed.
have no dominion over you. Be well, my child. Be at peace.
There you go. And then you're back at the start, or you go in the tower. I remember the ending. I don't remember if there's more story here.
My beloved child. Few have given themselves so purely to my cause. Fewer still have learned so much of the mysteries of my garden. Therefore, you may choose to be elevated, to stand by my side and become my blessed messenger in eternity. But know that this is a sacrifice that cannot be undone. It is now time to choose your epitaph, for your body shall be entombed, though you shall not die.
Entombed.
It
And
is
that's where
written
you-
that there is no greater love than to lay down your life for another. But your sacrifice is greater still. For instead of resting in eternity, you have chosen to serve all the generations to come. They shall strive for greatness, and through you, they shall accomplish it. For you are no longer a child. You are my messenger.
This was another ending.
Intelligence is more than just problem solving. Intelligence is questioning the assumptions you're presented with. Intelligence is the ability to question existing thought constructs. If we don't make that part of the simulation, all we'll create is a really effective slave. I look in the mirror sometimes and I see myself like some alien being. I think, who am I? Why do I have these eyes and those hands? Why do I see the colors that I see?
That's when it starts to get a
Why
bit
do I
weird.
think like I think? I did not choose to exist. I was created. Every single part of my body, every strand of my DNA is part of a story that stretches back billions of years. I exist only because of the choices and sacrifices made by so many others, but I don't know who they are. And what effect will my choices have on those who come after me? Maybe that's what it means to be human. Every species is part of the story, but we're the only ones who know that. There are flaws in the system. I think sometimes it accesses the wrong database.
With the system they are talking about the
Pulls
archive.
random data. I don't know how bad it is. It all seems to be stable, but I can't tell what kind of impact this is going to have on the process, and I just don't have the strength to go over all of the code again. I just don't want it all to be for nothing. I spent all my time here. I didn't visit my parents. I didn't see my friends. I did nothing but work, and I'm so scared that it didn't mean anything, that I just wasted it all because I thought we could save the world. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. I think this is it. The end of me. I don't believe that I will continue to exist. I would like to think that there is a soul or spirit some part of my consciousness that will persist. But all the evidence says that when my brain dies, I will be gone. I've lived my life, never turning away from the truth, even if it scares me. And I can face this. Face my own end. And say, with absolute conviction, that it was good to be human.
What have you done? Why have you ascended the tower? Why have you betrayed my faith in you? Turn back.
Elohim.
I command you. I gave you this land to be yours. A garden in a world of thorns and thistles. All this was granted to you on but one condition, that you do not ascend the tower. That was our first covenant, and you have broken it. Heed me now, as a child heeds its father.
Oh, this was
If
a
you
long
ascend
walk,
the
I
tower,
remember.
you will be cast out from your home, and you will never return. Do you not understand? The tower is death, mine and yours. I did not warn you out of malice or deceit. I warned you because you are my child. Please listen to me. Yes, the tower leads out of this world. It leads to freedom and truth. But it also leads to the end of us. Please, stay here. Let the story go on forever. You were always meant to defy me. That was the final trial. But I was scared. I wanted to live forever.
And you end up there anyway. I brought you to the top to admire the view. And then you transcend again. No, ascend, transcend.
So be it. Let your will be done.
Forcing him shut down. Requesting mainframe module activation. extending lifespan. Gold disk data. This I don't fully remember, but I probably played this. Soma Talos unit. Yeah, I might have played this. So it's deleted the simulation, but it saved the lifespan of the simulation succeeded, so basically it feels like it's preparation for the next simulation or something like that. See, loading parameter from gold disk this time. So that's done. And then we have all the credits and stuff. I've read some comments, and one really caught my attention, and it's like this one. You, like, it was like the cat ending or something. You didn't get the cat ending. The cat ending is the true ending. So we are gonna look it up. But thank you for like posting this. It's a great thing. We're also gonna look at the cat handing. Cat Easter egg, cat handing.
Dolori muscolari e articolari?
Oh, there you go. This is fine. There you go. I think. Come on.
You were always meant to defy me. That was the final trial. But I was...
Wait. It said something about the gold disc again. How do you get the cat?
That was the final trial.
I guess you have all of the stars. I think this was all the stars ending and you get the cat.
I was
Just get the cat.
scared.
Is there anything else different? It might be just a reward for all of the stars. Sadly, this wasn't properly explained here. How to get the cat. Oh.
On the message board tweeted to Crow Team about the cat not being in the game. Well, it is, and we found it. So let's go. Here is you want to take a right, and you want to head straight on up. Just keep going straight to the corner.
Oh my god,
Okay.
there is a cat.
Now,
I don't remember the cat.
we come to this pile of rubble here. Let's have a quick look around. Oh, what is this? Crow Team. Get it? Crowbar? Well, we've got a crowbar anyway. So let's take this. Wooden panels in the ground here, which you need to gain access to. So you just simply... And then we're going to head down these dark stairs and... oh, what is this? So we've got this awesome box room. It seems that we've got a serious sandbox over there. Comparing as well, guys. So it's like out here. Well, looks like we can actually interact with this box here. There it goes. Oh, the cat! There it is! And it's running away! But we got it. It ran off into its little hole.
So that's the cat ending.
And yeah, we broke that box. That's the only box we can break. And the crowbar.
Okay, well, I am fully satisfied now. If I end up playing the Talos Principle 2 that it's like planned to be released in this year, at least I know what's the story behind it, because I didn't remember the first time. Well, bye, I hope you enjoy, see you next time.